So you want to make money online. Well, here are 3 jobs that you want to avoid, or 3 businesses I should be saying, that are not permissible in Islam. So 3 haram online jobs or businesses for Muslims to avoid at all costs. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's get right into it. The first one is going to be creating content such as YouTube videos or Instagram posts or TikTok videos, whatever the case might be, with either music or nude in it. So you could be working as a videographer or a photographer, and if you're creating content that has music or in a lot of cases nude, like such as taking photos of models, of women that are half naked, that is not permissible in Islam, and in Islam we cannot do that. A lot of time I see Muslims, even sadly in today's time, we putting up reminders like Allah reminders, Sunnah reminders on Instagram, but then there's music in the background. That is not permissible in Islam, and we cannot be doing that. Number 2 is going to be drop shipping. Now I've talked about this before, and just hold on a moment. Just put the brakes on. Just put the brakes on, okay? Drop shipping is something that is not permissible in Islam, because in Islam we cannot sell a product for which we do not have possession for. However, there are ways according to Sharia law, and I looked into it, that you can make it halal. And pretty much this is what I've learned, and I spoke to some other people who are more into Islamic finance and are more adverse in this field than me. So here's the answer that I got, which is essentially what you're going to do is you're going to contact a wholesaler on Alibaba, grab a product from them, make a website and promote it, but then on the website you let the buyer, the customers, know that you work as an affiliate for this company, right? So let's say you're drop shipping and you're selling, I don't know, coffee mugs as an example, right? If you're gonna be doing that, then you gotta make sure that on your website you let them know that, like, look, I don't own this coffee mug, I'm working in as an affiliate, so I'm basically promoting this coffee mug on this website and thus receiving a commission sale for every coffee mug that I sell. So that is one way you can go about it, and that is how you can make dropshipping halal. Another option that you have, honestly, is to just save a little bit of money, maybe like $1,000, $2,000. Buy, let's say you're selling coffee mugs, buy a couple of units. Do not go and buy 1,000 coffee mugs. Buy like maybe 100 or 50 or even 30 coffee mugs, and then try selling it on your website. This way, at least you own the product. Start off small, and then you could work your way up. You can test it if people are, first of all, even gonna buy that coffee mug. And if people are, then you can go ahead and reinvest the profits and buy more coffee mugs. So this is how Islamically, even tijara, business or trade, is done, where you buy in small amounts and then you sell. If people are buying and the product is successful, then go ahead and reinvest the profits, buy more, and grow the business that way, inshallah. All right, so the last one that I have over here is going to be something that I mentioned actually in the beginning of the video, which is tied to the first one. You cannot make content with music or nude in it. However, you cannot also be a graphic designer or photographer or videographer or people who are sound engineers, like, for example, working at a podcast studio and recording music for a musician. You can't do that in Islam, of course, right? You could, work at a podcast studio and record people who are reciting the Quran, or who are recording nasheeds with no music, of course. That's allowed. But you cannot be working as a creator of any kind, like videographer, photographer, and taking pictures of people, or when you're editing software. Because I used to do professional content creation a couple of years back. You cannot be like in the editing software and have like music coming up and making that video and putting it together and then giving it to a customer or a client of yours. You can't do that. As soon as you involve music in it, your earnings from that content or distributing that video also become haram. So be very careful, be very aware of what you do. Always do research, and I have scholar or a friend who's a mufti or an alim inside your pocket at all times, so that any questions that you have, you can go ask him or her. You never know. You could also be a girl. I never knew that, and be an alim. MashaAllah, very interesting. That's about it, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys inshallah on next week's video. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, which is Story of Muhammad, and I'll catch you guys on the next video inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.